Welcome to Wellness with Anastasia, where today we explore the enriching world of wellness through the lens of tea. I'm your host, Anastasia, and today we have the pleasure of welcoming two local tea producers from San Antonio, Oonyall Chai and Mira Matcha. Oonyall Chai specializes in crafting delightful black teas, perfect for chai, while Mira Matcha brings a unique Latin flair to matcha. Join us as we delve into their journeys of creating these remarkable brands and discover the benefits that they offer. Whether you're a fan of matcha or chai, this episode promises to be an enlightening experience. So grab your favorite mug, get comfortable, and let's explore the world of tea and wellness together. Welcome. Happy New Year to y'all. I'm so excited that you're here. So we're just gonna dive right in, and I wanna know what the story is behind your product. How did you come up with it? What happened to get you here? So do we have a preference? I'm gonna start with Mira Matcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start over here.
So I started Mira Matcha about 2 years ago. We were, corporate life, very busy, and Alvaro, my fiance, was like, we should come up with something that's like, on the side, just to just as a backup, because life can get a little crazy sometimes, and you just never know. And so I was drinking a lot of coffee at that time when I was working in corporate America, and I was like, why am I jittery? Why am I freaking out? I already have anxiety, and I guess I was just feeding into it with the coffee. Mm-hmm. So he brought home matcha one day, and I was like, wow, this gave me some clean energy over, 5 to 6 hours, and it, kept me awake and made me feel good. And so we just kind of like delve into that. We were just like little matcha here, matcha that. We wanted everything matcha. And then we took a trip to Mexico City, and we were like, while we're drinking our little matchas, how can we bring the flavors of our culture to San Antonio and make more people more aware of matcha in general? So that's where we came up with our product that was Mira Matcha. So we have our flavored Latin-inspired matcha latte mixes.
Great. And what year was this?
This was 2022, late 2022. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's pretty fast. That is pretty fast. I'm sure that during the journey, it seems like it's taking forever sometimes, but then you look back and it's like, wow, it's done, right? So that's amazing. Okay. Well. We'll touch more on this in a bit. And so then we have Oonyall over here. So what happened with you guys? Now, you are brother and sister.
Yes.
So you grew up together. You know each other very well.
Too well.
And now you're business partners.
Yeah.
So this should be a cool story too. And we've got fiancés here, and we've got brothers and sisters.
Family businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So Oonyall Chai, we started in 2021, kind of in response to what we felt growing up in San Antonio. There was a lack of really good chai.
I'm sure there was.
And that's something that in our immigrant, South Asian community, we often reminisced about of when we were back home in Kerala in South India. You can get chai on every street corner. And so we would go home from school and be like, it would be so nice to have chai when you're stuck in Hebner traffic at 5 p.m. But we just couldn't do that. And so we had a very kind of simple dream of what would it be like to have what we get in India here. And then pandemic hit, we started doing entrepreneurship and kind of getting into that space, and we were like, let's run with this idea of making a chai business, and we did it. And then we named it Oonyall because of our relationship to swings. So Oonyall means swing, like a physical swing. This is a staple in a lot of Kerala homes.
Really?
And
like a front porch swing?
Actually within the house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In the house?
It's like amazing. A central gathering place, so you can have chai on the swing, which is why we named it Oonyall Chai. But you can also people oil their hair, oil their bodies. It's kind of a center of wellness, that swing.
Oh, how
so
amazing.
We named it Oonyall Chai. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Very cool. So what is chai then?
Yeah. So chai is black tea.
Okay.
But
Chai, it means literally tea in multiple Indian languages, so it means tea in Hindi, but the way that we look at it, the way that it's represented from India, it's black tea with milk and spices.
Okay.
It's very simple ingredients brewed together into like a brown terracotta drink, and then it's very light in caffeine, but it has a lot of like nuanced flavors to it. And you can add any type of sweetener to it to make it sweet or not sweet,
Yeah.
but really it's just spiced black tea. If you look
Okay.
at it from like the South Asian context, but the word itself just means tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, great. That's good to know. That's good to know. And what is matcha then? What is matcha?
Yeah, so matcha is green tea. It's just grown a very specific way in Japan. So we work with a small farm in Kyushu, Japan, and there are four generational tea farmers that keep an eye on all the plants and check on them throughout their course of life and make sure that they get to where they need to be to have proper matcha processed, and it's milled, and then it's milled directly to us. But matcha in itself is just green tea. It's just grown in those very specific conditions of humidity, shade, and just a lot of care and love by, like I said, four generational tea farmers. So
Wow.
yeah.
Fourth generation.
Yeah.
Very nice. And where did you say it? What part of Japan?
Southern Japan in Kyushu.
Okay. Nice. All right. Well, that's amazing. And I love tea. And I love that you all have made these products and brought them to San Antonio and brought in your cultures and put it into these teas and shared it with everybody, sharing it with the community. That's just, it's so special. It really is. I see your businesses as like your business babies, right? Like this, it's an extension of your heart. It's an extension of you. And it's here. It's here, right now. And I'm so excited to talk more about it. So let's talk about some of the health benefits of drinking tea. And so I know, Marisa, you talked about how you were drinking a lot of coffee and it was making you anxious and all of that. So what are some of the benefits of drinking matcha?
Yeah, you want to take this one?
Yeah, there's many benefits to matcha, but the ones I like the best are the ones where it has L-theanine in there, so it's like a nootropic that keeps your mind focused all throughout the day. So compared to drinking coffee, where you drink it and you have that spike, and within like 3-4 hours you start coming down. With matcha, you have that clean, smooth energy all throughout the day that can last anywhere from like 5 to 6 hours. So that's like my favorite one. But it also helps with just keep you calm. It helps with there's also a lot of antioxidants because you're basically getting all the green tea. It mills it. You're milling it up, and now you're getting all the benefits from that. Those are some. What are some of your favorite ones?
To touch on that, because matcha, compared to just green tea, you're actually consuming the entire leaf. So with green tea, you normally steep it.
Yeah.
Matcha, that entire leaf is deveined, dried out, and then grounded up. So you're getting way more vitamins and nutrients just from consuming the entire leaf in itself. Yeah.
Yes, amazing. And I didn't realize that green tea had L-theanine, I think you said it in it. I actually take a supplement that has that in it, and I didn't realize that it had the, that quality of the sustained energy. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that. That's great. And I love matcha too. I've been through many matcha phases in my life too. And I've had a lot of bad matcha too, as I'm sure you've had some like poor quality matcha. You can really tell the difference in the color and the taste, and just the amount that you use too. Like, yeah. So, yay, I'm excited to explore your matcha a little bit more here in a bit. Okay, so what about chai?
Yeah.
What's medicinal about it?
So just like green tea, black tea also contains that amino acid L-theanine. And my personal health benefit, my journey was, like Marisa, I also was really, really heavy into coffee. Like I abused coffee when I was in college and early working days.
Me too. I think we all do.
Yeah.
So like the benefit of like that amino acid is, like Alvaro said, instead of you hitting a huge spike in energy then followed by a crash later in the day, your energy level is like sustained throughout the day. And so chai, black tea also, like all teas has that amino acid plus like antioxidants that promote heart wellness and like circulation and digestive health. And paired with like when you keep the ingredients simple, which is our philosophy, like when you don't add in shortcuts like preservatives and syrups and like synthetic stuff, when you use whole spices, you get added benefits of digestion health, heart health, and anti-inflammatory properties. So we have our favorite spice that we're going to see later today is cardamom, and that does promote anti-inflammatory like chemicals to be released in your body as well, and is also linked to like a little bit of like reducing the cortisol levels in your body too.
Oh, nice. Well, we all need that, right?
Yeah.
Reduce stress. And I love cardamom too. And I think the first time that I ever used cardamom was when y'all sent it to me. And I actually, used the mortar and pestle and smushed it up and put it into the chai. Like usually I just get the powder, and I would just like, it's not the same. It was better. It was just like, ooh, this is lovely. It smells so good. All right. So how does tea promote healthy living then? I mean, we've kind of talked about it, or holistic healing and living. What are your takes on that?
Honestly, I think it's also just in the process. Like every morning when you're just kind of whisking your matcha or, making your chai, like it just kind of promotes that like, okay, this is my moment for myself and this is how I'm going to start my day. And not only is it therapeutic just in itself, but you're going to be helping the next, the rest of the day. You're going to be feeling those effects and promoting your own health for as long as you'll continue following those processes. So
Yeah. I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree.
We're super passionate about that too, like with matcha and chai. I think there's a culture now where, like in our society, a lot of people just want to like pick a packet of something powdered or something like dried and put it into water and make it quick and easy and have it on the go. But you don't know what you're putting into your body, and so actually being intentional at the start of the day, putting like water into a pot, watching it boil, and like just watching it, not like having your phone on, not like running around, just doing that for yourself is like such a statement for yourself and statement for your health, as Marissa said. And so it's really that simple process and the time that you take to invest in what you're putting into your body that promotes a healthy lifestyle as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree 100%. And I think for many, many years, I think I didn't recognize that. It's only been in the last, I don't know, how long have I really been meditating and working on mindfulness? So like 10 years. And that really noticing it's the process, it's the presence, it's the heart, it's what you bring to that moment and being in the present moment, right? And that's all we have, right? And so that makes it extra special. It really does. And I can just, I have these images of like, Japanese people like having their beautiful their teacups, and so precious and delicate and lovely, and just like sipping it like, and I see this swing, I imagine this swing in the middle of the heart center of the home, and like with all these wellness practices going on, oiling the body and the hair, and like, I love it. It's so fun. So, well, let's get to the demo then. I can't wait to see how you prepare these products. All right. Okay, Marisa, show us what you've got here.
Yes.
What you're going to do.
Yeah, so this is our ceremonial grade matcha. This is the matcha that we sourced from Kyushu, Japan. You can tell from the vibrancy and the color. If you want to smell it too, your little wall. Yeah, it's super fresh. This one we just got in about a week ago. So it's very, very fresh. They mill it upon request. So.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
No wonder. That is new. I was just on your website and I didn't see that, but I'm excited.
So what we'll do is we'll take some matcha and we're going to sieve it. We usually do about 2 grams of matcha per serving to 2.5 grams, depending on the strength that you prefer.
And what does sifting it or sieving it do?
So sieving it is going to kind of aerate the matcha, sort of like, like wine, make it a little more creamier, make it softer when you have it. If you've ever gotten a matcha and there's like clumps at the bottom, that's because it was not
home.
sieved. So that's how you solve that problem.
Okay.
Yeah, so we take our matcha.
Tips.
Yeah, and then we're going to do about 2 ounces of water per serving. So this is going to be 4 ounces. We're making 2 matchas. And we're going to start off by making it sort of a paste, and then I'll add in the rest of the water. So you always start with the outside first to get everything off the edges, and then you're going to do a consistent M shape for Mira Matcha.
Yes, yes.
And you're just going to do that for about 45 seconds. But let me add a little bit more water because we turn it into a paste first. There we go. And then once we get that M shape going, you'll see the bubbles starting to form on top. What you want to do is create sort of a microfoam.
Yes.
So you'll see it getting nice and frothy. And then once it's frothy, that's when we'll pour it on top of our milk that I have over here. And you don't have to add any sweetness if you don't want to, but you can always add, we use agave. People do like a little bit of sweetness, so I'll add that in here at the last second.
It's beautiful. That green is just, it's so
you.
vibrant.
So just do a little bit of agave. Get that nice and mixed up. Not get it on my white shirt.
Right.
Marissa, be careful. Okay, and then we'll take off our two lids really quick. You can see how these can get poured.
Yeah, that froth looks really nice. I've
Yeah.
read that that's the ideal. You want it to be like this smooth, small, like little bubbles in the top.
Yeah, like a little film. Right, and then you just pour this on top. And pour this on top. And you have your little matcha latte.
Yay! How beautiful.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Nice little shake.
Yeah, just like wine.
It's, yeah, I know.
Sure. I'm not good with my left hand. I'm gonna switch. Okay. I don't want to cover it. Almost. You've got the touch, Marisa. Hers is already all green. Mine's still making its way down. But I can still drink it.
Yeah,
right?
you
I
can
still
still
drink
Cheers.
it. Cheers. Mmm. So yummy. Well, thank you so much for that demo. And
Yeah.
so can you tell me a little bit about this pot too? I was really
Yeah.
interested in that.
So we work with a small pottery, pottery?
Yeah.
Potter? Here. Yeah, here in San Antonio. Her name's Jesselyn. She's over at Throne Studio. And she made these for us. She only made 25 of them. But we're super
Beautiful.
proud of them. They're made with red clay. And yeah,
And it has your logo on it.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
our
you
logo.
would use that in place of this bowl that you have.
We just wanted you to be able to see the green,
Yeah.
but at home, yeah, and it's perfect for using in the palm of your hand.
And is this actually a stand for the whisk?
yeah, it is.
That's amazing. There's something for everything, right? I have a little contraption that holds mine, but it's not nearly as cool and as beautiful as that. So, yes, I'm learning. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for that demo and this yummy latte. All right, Vivek, what are you doing here?
So today I'm going to show you how to make a very simple chai recipe using our new chai bags, chai spice mixes, or cardamom chai mix. And so we're going to make a cup of cardamom chai.
Okay.
So we have a pot of milk and water boiling and frothing. So I put in 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of water.
Okay.
And just got that to a little steam. As you can probably see, it's already steaming.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is, once your milk is already steaming, we're going to take about 3 teaspoons of our cardamom chai mix. So,
Oh my goodness.
so
that
it's
smells so good.
It's cardamom from Kerala, and which is in South India, and our
Yeah.
South Indian black tea pre-portioned and mixed together so that it makes it a little bit easier, so you don't have to go and get the cardamom yourself.
Yeah.
Everything is already pre-measured in here.
So pretty. You can see it in there. It's like little leaves.
Yeah, that's the shells of the of the seed. Yeah.
Very cool, because like I mentioned this before, but the first time I ever used cardamom from the seed was when you sent it to me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I pulverized it a little bit in a mortar with a mortar and pestle.
Yeah.
And then I put it in there. So this already has the cardamom in it.
Yes.
And this is brand new, and it's
Yeah.
coming soon to
It's
y'all
coming.
too.
It'll be
This
released
is-
end of this month.
Yeah, how exciting.
So I'm gonna put in for the milk I'm using just regular whole milk. So I recommend 3 teaspoons of
Okay.
our mix in here, and it's already measured in the cup. So we're just gonna put it in here, and I like to stir it for 2 reasons: to get the flavor in, and also to prevent the milk from scalding.
Okay.
So stirring, make sure that the milk doesn't like totally break down and become like too potent, too watery.
Okay.
And so, as you can probably smell, it's kind of like breaking down within the milk as well. And it won't be too long. until it reaches like a brown color. So we're gonna stir it for a little bit, let it mix in, and prevent it from kind of sticking to the sides. That's just a little tip that I do
Yeah.
to make it easier also at the end of the day to clean your pots.
Yes.
It also makes it a little bit easier there too.
Okay, so the trick is to just keep stirring.
Yeah.
Keep it from sticking and forming big
Like stains.
boiling.
Yeah. So is a little bit of time. We're gonna give it about like a minute, and you'll see that color change from that light milky color slowly into like a richer brown color. As I increase the heat. Also increasing the heat also will make it go faster too.
Yeah.
So as that's going, I'll also like to add in. We have brown sugar. That's my favorite sweetener because I don't need a whole lot to get enough sweetness out of it. But you can use like honey. You can use agave. Regular cane sugar is fine too. But brown sugar is me and my sister's favorite to pair with chai. So I'm gonna add some in. Little less than a tablespoon, which is like little less than 12 grams of sugar, and it won't be too much. And we're gonna stir it. And this is the part of chai where our parents and grandparents have taught us, like, keep your eyes on this pot because the minute you look away from it, the milk will
Right.
start to rise. And that's always a tricky part.
Yes, it is, because I have made chai before and it ends up all over my stove. Yes, turn around for a second and there it goes.
That's how it works. It's the minute you look away from
Yes.
it, it starts rising. So I bet while I'm talking to you, it's gonna start
Right,
rising.
right. I'll stare at it and you can talk.
But this is just one way to make chai, cardamom chai. It's commonly drank where we're from in Kerala as like a staple in a lot of households. But the thing about chai, there's so many regional variances across the continent and also the South Asian region itself. So there's masala chai. You probably see it's already right.
Yeah, it's getting there.
There's masala chai that uses multiple spices, cardamom, cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and
Oh, wow.
peppercorns.
Okay.
There's even like a green tea version of chai using cashmere, and see it's rising. This is your sign, by the way, that when it's rising, the flavors are mixing in pretty well. And in order to prevent it from spilling,
Yeah.
I'll either cut the heat off, but since this is an electric burner, the heat kind of
Right.
so I'll like lift it off the stove to prevent it from spilling.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta do that.
This is your sign that you are pretty much done. So there's only one step left, really. Let me just move our burner over to the side. Thank you. And I'm gonna strain it into my little barista cup right here. And it's very, very hot. So
Yeah. It looks hot.
just strain a little bit just for demo. And then, so it's ready to drink, everything is served, but the last thing that I like to do and adds a little bit of texture to your chai is pouring it back and forth to your cup.
Ah.
We call that metering.
Yeah.
So we can pour it like this high, and this cools off and mixes in the flavor.
Ah.
This is what a lot of tea stalls and chai wallas in India do as well. So it also creates like a layer of foam in your chai too.
Wow. So you're cooling it, you're frothing it,
Yeah.
adding texture to it,
Yep.
and creating amazing show.
It is showmanship. Yeah, it's a little bit of showmanship.
Yeah.
But after that's all said and done, you know, when you I have some cooler chai that's already pre-made, so I'll get that to you too.
Great.
But once you do this a few times, your chai is pretty much done.
Yeah.
And you can see the layer of foaming on top.
Yeah, I can. And I can tell you're a professional because when I meter, it doesn't look like that. And I have tried. I make a big mess, but
So we do have some chai that I made earlier this morning for everyone in the studio.
all right.
So we'll get that going. Here you go, Stacey.
Thank you. It smells really good. I should have cheers with you. Cheers.
Cheers. I got too excited.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. This is also my morning cup of chai too, so I was looking forward to it.
Yeah. Oh, it's delicious. Delicious and smells so good.
But yeah, it's very straightforward and simple, but it is like a little bit of involved process. You just got to keep your eyes peeled. I try to keep my phone away and be undistracted, but this is what
Yeah.
a lot of us in our communities and our culture, we do in our evenings and mornings, just a way to decompress and make something really good to drink.
Yeah. And is there a cutoff time, like for the evening? Because I can imagine that if I would drink, something caffeinated, that it might keep me awake. Or is your family like night owls?
So my dad has like an insane caffeine tolerance. I don't, and he can drink something like coffee at 8 p.m. and still
Yeah.
sleep fine. I don't know how he does it, but I recommend people not, like, it still has caffeine, even
Yeah.
though it's like 1/4 of that of coffee.
Yeah.
So I don't recommend people drinking it like after sunset, like
Okay.
especially
Yeah.
like within 3 hours of bedtime, especially. I don't
Okay.
recommend it, but if you can handle it, like that is your call. But I won't recommend it to anyone. You
Yeah.
drink it too close to bedtime.
Great.
Yeah. But yeah,
Right.
that's
Thank
it.
you.
That's cardamom chai.
Awesome. All right. So what can we expect from Mira Matcha in the future and the rest of this year?
Yeah, so we are doing several pop-ups around the city. We're also at the Pearl every Sunday. And then we're actually, big news, we're opening up a Mira Matcha trailer.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
exciting. Very exciting.
Yes, so you can stay tuned for our opening location and our opening date announcement at our website at miramatcha.com or our Instagram, which is at @sipmiramatcha.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. I can't wait. Okay, and what do we have on the horizon for Oonyall?
Yeah, so if you like what you saw with our demo and you like our product, you can find it on oonyall.com, and you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Oonyall Chai. So yeah, you can keep up with our new products, which, by the way, we are launching our cardamom chai at the end of the month. This is what you just had
Yes,
today.
yes, it's
in
delicious,
studio.
y'all.
This is our new bag, which features a woman on a swing, which is part of our why we named Oonyall Oonyall. So all of those things about us and our history and our kind of mission, what we want to do with our tea, is on our website and on our socials as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So exciting. All right, well, thank you very much for coming and being here and sharing this delicious tea with me. I wish you the best in 2025, and I can't wait for new products.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Thank you.
My pleasure.